Lately, I've been drawn to electric guitars with acoustic resonance, mainly guitars with semi or hollow bodies. I always have, but seems to be even more so lately. I don't know why. I recently came upon Sydow guitars. They make what they call ultra-thin acoustic with electric guitars. I saw a picture recently that had sound holes on the top side of the guitar. Damn, I wanted one. Well, I wanted something similar. I'm a big fan of bolt-on necks, just from the number of options that it gives you. Don't get me wrong, I really like a set neck guitar, but as you can probably tell from my channel, I'm a tinkerer. I love to take guitars apart and modify and reconfigure them. I sent the Sydow guitars photo to Rich Babik of Babik Music, and I asked him if he could build me a similar body. He said he was very familiar with Sydow already. I wanted 3 sound holes on the top horn and the bridge to be a through body design that you would normally find on a telecaster. I wanted the routing for a humbucker pickup and no neck pickup. I also asked for a rounded neck heel that you would find on a Stratocaster, so I could put a Stratocaster neck instead of a telecaster. Lastly, I had seen a design of Rich's on one of his guitars that had just a beautiful Art Deco sunrise pattern. I really wanted that. Just a side note, some really strange things happen every once in a while. Rick sent me pictures of the body he was building for me, and when I posted the images on the channel of the guitar body that was being built, I had a person email me telling me that the rising sun on my guitar was the symbol of Imperial Japan, and as a result, a symbol of hate, in the same way the swastika is seen, and then I was basically putting a symbol of hate on my guitar. I told him it was an artistic Art Deco rendition of the sun done in wood. It is not a symbol of hate. Some notes from Rich regarding the body build. He said that he does not normally use paddock for center rails because he doesn't normally keep lumber in the correct dimensions to do that. But for this project, he ripped some paddock to match the top instead of using the usual maple. Top bracing. He normally leaves the center rail full length of the body for support. On this guitar, he cut down the center rail and only left a piece for the bridge screws and the string frills. He hopes that this provides additional vibration from the top of the body. This will be a very hollow body guitar. For the back cover, like an acoustic, this body has a back panel. The holes on the original Sydow were odd-shaped, so Rich asked his wife, and she agreed several round holes would actually look the best. She's a graphic designer and artist, so she usually has a good eye and makes good suggestions. On with the build. This guitar project has been a journey. There have been quite a few different versions of what the final version of this guitar was supposed to be. I started with a different neck than what is on the guitar today. I found that neck had a crack, probably something that happened during my recent move. I'll repair the neck later and move forward to find another neck for this project. I ordered a really nice made in Mexico Stratocaster neck with rosewood. I ordered from Amazon so it would get here sooner than later. They sent me a tele neck instead. I finally ordered a simple Fender made in Mexico maple neck with Palfero, and it got here right away. I figured if I didn't like this neck in this project, I could always replace it later on. The pickup and electronics are the area that I was really going to be focusing on, and ultimately had to make multiple changes. I wanted to install a Seymour Duncan P-Roll with a wiring harness that has 2 push-pull circuits that would give me an optimum number of different tones that I could possibly get out of a single pickup. The P-Roll pickup is a humbucker that's a combination of a P90 pickup and a rail-based single coil. I've built this same circuit and pickup combination at least 2 times prior on different guitars. I finished the soldering assembly, and when I went to test it, nothing. I spent many hours going over the wiring to see if I had made a mistake. I built out the circuit ultimately 3 times with different components, and I couldn't get the output to work at all. It appeared that the pickup was probably the culprit, so I pulled it and sent it back. I was anxious to finally take this guitar to video. In the meantime, I had a simple Seymour Duncan SH-1B59 bridge pickup with single conductor cable. I built out a really just 2 500K pot circuit, 1 dedicated volume pot, 1 dedicated tone pot. I installed it in the guitar, and the audio output was horrible. It was just an amazing amount of noise. I just didn't understand what was going on. I was almost at the point of throwing the guitar across the shop. For the hell of it, I pulled the output jack out, and to my absolute dismay, I realized that I had wired the output jack backwards. I was so confident in myself that I'd never bothered to check it before. I felt, and still do feel, like an idiot. I should have done far better troubleshooting than what I did. I want what was originally planned in my head to come to life. I plan on later installing the P-Rails pickup that's still coming to me. Then I'll be able to get both the pickups separately, P90 and a single coil, as well as both pickups either in parallel or a series. It should be pretty cool. The guitar finish weighs in at 4 pounds and 12 ounces. It has the balance and tone, when unplugged, of a really nice acoustic guitar. She seems like she's fragile, but she isn't. No more fragile than an acoustic. I've purchased a Fender Player made in Mexico Tele Acoustasonic guitar. I guess I have this itch that needs to be scratched. I'll do an on the bench video shortly on that guitar. Then at the end of April, when the standard series of the Acoustasonic comes out, I'll have the made in Mexico version that I can actually then compare it to. The specs on the standard version for only $599, I'm really surprised by. Actually look really good. I mean, the guitar comes with also a rosewood fretboard, something that Fender doesn't normally do at the $599 price point. As you can hear, there's much on the horizon for the channel.